Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. Guys, we got a great little bunch of products lined up for you. Of course, you guys see the table behind me with all of the amazing products that we're going to be showing you guys today. It's a little bit of something for everybody, and there's a bunch of amazing deals to be had. I mean, honestly, some pretty phenomenal deals. Where we're going to be showing you guys a bunch of very cool stuff today at great price points for that. Now, we do have Fernando in chat, guys, so if you have any questions, Fernando is part of the Jackery team, and he can answer questions that I may not have the answers for with that. Now, like always, we have that 5% discount banner over there. If you guys purchase anything over $1,000 worth of Jackery products or said item, get an extra 5% off. That's our gift to you for watching these live streams with us. Now, below that is, of course, that Jackery Explorer banner, and that's going to say the 3000 Pro with 200-watt solar panels for a great little price point of $22.19. Now, there are some other great deals to be had, like the 2000 Plus for $12.99, which is just a crazy, crazy price point for a system that large, and we're actually going to start this show off with that. How you doing, Fernando? How is Fernando doing? It's been a long week, I'll tell you that, and it is just starting. It's been a long week. All right, guys, we're going to start the show off with actually a little bit different. Normally, we show you guys some smaller things, or we show you guys some other objects. We're going to start this off with the 2000 Plus, and there's a reason for that. It's at a phenomenal price point tonight to be had. You do have to use the clippable coupon to get it down there, though. But if you guys want that piece for $12.99, there's a $660 clippable coupon on Amazon for you for this big bad boy station. Now, I'm going to actually change views. You guys are going to see we have the table lit up over here. We're going to try and move some cameras. Bear with me, though. There was a lot of updates as I was going live, and hopefully the updates didn't mess with too much stuff. But it looks like we're good. So we're golden. We're going to start this show off with the 2000 Plus. Now, this is the 2000 Plus power station. 2,042 watt hours of power in a 62-pound package. Now, at 62 pounds, it is actually a little bit heavier than some other items on the table, but not the heaviest item that they have. Now, with it being so heavy, though, Jackery was like, hey, let's design something that can still be portable, can be still taken from place to place, but could still power your home, your off-the-grid living, your campsite, your RVs, your toy haulers, even your shops. The 2000 Plus hits all of those check marks because they added some cool stuff, and you guys are going to see right here. First and foremost, there are two large 3-inch wheels. Now, these two large 3-inch wheels are made from nice, strong plastics. It's going to allow you to roll it around pretty much on many surfaces, including grass, concrete, pavement, blacktop, your carpet, some dirt, definitely not sand. You guys, sand, it'll kind of sink in sand unless it's a really hard compact sand. Then you guys should be good with that. Now, they also added a nice telescopic aluminum handle that can fold up in on itself inside its housing for that. Now, there's still a way to pick it up and lift it up if you have to put it on the table like I do back there, and that's those large orange handles that you guys see in that image. This device actually is very, very cool because first and foremost, it has 5 AC outlets. Now, 4 of those are your standard 3-prong American plug 120 volt outlets, right? Those are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6,000 if you truly needed to. Above that is going to be your NEMA style plug. That NEMA style plug is still 120 volt. It's not a 240 volt, it's 120 volt. At 120 volts, guys, you got that NEMA plug that's going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6,000 if you truly need to. Now, beside that is a digital screen, and the screen's really nicely well done. It's a nice it's almost about 2-inch screen. The 2-inch screen is going to tell you guys the battery capacity, your charge level. It's going to tell you guys the voltage coming in and out, and your runtime left of that voltage for the set items that are plugged in. Now, beside that is also a little cover. That little cover has a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. Most of you probably have seen a cigarette lighter plug, and that's just pretty much what it is. It's a 12-volt 10-amp plug. Below that are two 18-watt USB-A ports. Now, those USB-A ports are going to do well for most of your USB-A devices, ranging from, let's say you guys want to do some camera batteries or something like that. You can do that. Below that are two USB-C ports. Those are 100-watt passable ports. They're going to do 100 watts of charge rate through those two ports, which is kind of cool. Now, the 2024 or 2042 watt hours of power can be fully charged in 2 hours on a wall plug if you really needed to. That's a good charge rate right there by itself for that. Now, another cool idea would be plugging it into your car cigarette lighter plug in your car. By doing that, you guys, it'll take about 25 hours of a road trip to get it fully charged, but can be done in that setting for you. If you had solar panels, let's say six of the 200-watt solar panels, 6 of those panels is going to allow you to have this charged in 2 hours. If you had 6 of the 100-watt panels, it's going to be about 6 hours. Now, the device can be used as an EPS, and in EPS mode, it's going to be about a 20 milliseconds of switchover time, 30 decibels of noise, and that 30 decibels of noise is actually phenomenally quiet. Now, like Fernando just posted, guys, this is actually one of the lowest prices on this object for the year, which is phenomenally really cool that they're doing that for you guys this month. Do not sleep on this deal at $12.99. Now, remember, there's a $660 clippable coupon to get it at that price point. Now, it is, of course, a lithium LiFePO 4 cell. That LiFePO 4 cell, it does really well. It's going to give you a nice long lifespan of the battery. Now, with that being said, you should get about 100% battery capacity charge rate for over 10 years or 4,000 charge cycles. When you hit that 4,000 charge cycles or about 10 years set of usage, it's going to drop it down to about 80 to 70% battery top-off capacity. So at that 70 to 80%, your battery is going to stop, and that's what it's going to charge. It's still going to last a long time. You just don't get that extra little bit left of that battery, and that's fine. Now, here's some cool stuff because it's got the power ranges. It's got everything you can want. It comes with the car charging cables. It's got a beautiful 5-year warranty that's on top of this that Jackery offers as well. On a full charge, though, you guys should be able to run, let's say, a 520-watt double-door refrigerator for a little over 3 hours. You guys could do a window AC for like 2 hours. You guys could do a desktop PC. Now, your desktop PC is going to be like a 200-watt desktop PC. That's going to give you guys about 12 hours of runtime with that PC, which is decently fitting for that. It's going to do perfectly well. Now, if you want to, 14 hours with a movie projector. You guys, 26 hours with a portable fridge. It would be the same about with the portable freezer as long as it's about 60 watts of power. For those of you that want to do like your shop equipment from your circular saws, table saws, jigsaws, drill presses, you guys could do that off of this without a problem. For those of you that have electric weed eater or electric lawnmower, take it outside, plug it in. You guys could actually run it off of this as well. Approximately 2 hours with that if you need. Now, for the metal workers, you can actually plug in a welding machine into this. When you plug in your, let's say, your Miller Elite welding machine, you're going to get about a half-hour runtime. Now, a half-hour runtime isn't the world's longest runtime for a welding machine, but that welding machine, guys, is, of course, a 5,800-watt welder. That's why you only get about a half-hour runtime. You guys can do about 60 cell phone charges, 45 drone batteries, or 4.5 hours with, of course, that beautiful blender. Phil, what's up, buddy? Now, like we said, guys, this is like some of the lowest prices for this device said so far of the year, guys. At $12.99, you're getting a crazy, crazy deal on a product that I believe you're not going to want to sleep on. The little humans are going to bed. Yep. I feel that, man. I feel that. It's definitely been a long day, so I can understand them wanting to go to bed. Now, you could run more stuff with this. I've done a lot more with this power station. I actually ran a gaming PC off of it. I've done microwaves. I've done my wife's blender. I've actually used her mixer, her KitchenAid. Hair dryers, that's a finicky one. Guys, hair dryers are really, really powerful. You might get about an hour or so runtime with the hair dryer, depending on what level hair dryer it is, how much power that hair dryer is. Most of those are over 1600 watts of power, so you guys can see where I'm going with this. You're not going to get the world's longest runtime, but you'll definitely get your hair done. Now, with it, of course, it's got a fire retardant shell. It's got a drop protection. Drop protection on this one, let's be honest, it's a 62-pound package. You drop this at, let's say 50 inches, it's going to get hurt. 18 inches wide, about 14 inches deep, by about 14 and a half inches tall. It is actually quite large. Now, this will allow you to do real-time monitoring inside the app, and it does have app control, customizable settings, and versatile connections. So it can actually connect up with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. You guys can get it on the Google Play Store, Apple Play Store, wherever you want to, it will work there. You guys can put it on your tablets if you need to as well. Now, it's a phenomenally beautiful product. I love the 2000 plus station. You have enough power to control whatever you truly need in that timely fashion of need. Now, if you really wanted to, though, you guys could step it up just a wee bit more. Now, what do I mean by that? You guys can get the full 4000 kit for $29.99. Now, what is the 4000 kit? It's going to be that. Whoa, my camera just went a little too far. It's going to be that station right there, the 2000 plus station, and the battery sitting on top of it, and two 200-watt solar panels. You're going to get all of that for this beautiful price point. That's a $1,400 battery. That's, of course, $700 panels. You're also getting that beautiful station for $2,999. Now, by adding that battery, you just doubled your battery capacity to 4,085 watt hours of power. You also doubled your runtime on all of those said products that we've talked about so far. Now, by doubling that runtime, by doubling all that battery capacity, you guys can actually run your house longer, your sheds, your garage, your toy haulers, your RVs, whatever you want. The battery does weigh a little bit, guys. So do know the battery weighs a little bit. The station weighs a little bit. The cool part is the battery has a screen on top of it. That screen will tell you guys the battery capacity of the battery. Comes with the large orange linking cables. That's going to allow you to link it the battery to station, battery to station. And that's where it's really cool, because the 4000 kit or the 2000 plus system is expandable. You guys can actually add up to 5 batteries total. By adding 5 batteries total, you're going to have 12 kilowatts of hour power, right? And that's kind of cool with that. It's not where it leaves it, though, because you guys can run it in parallel with the second 2000 plus and add 10 batteries. By running it in parallel with the second one and 10 batteries, you have 24 kilowatts of hour power. 24 kilowatts of power, that's actually really phenomenally beautifully well done. I kind of like that, right? It's a great option. Now, when you add the batteries, of course, you still have the LiFePO 4 cells in it. Same quiet time. Single battery should be about the same charge cycle with this. Now, here's where it's going to get kind of cool, because I kind of want to point this out. The station itself can actually run off of 6 solar panels. So when you have 6 of the 200-watt panels, you can have the full station fully charged in 2 hours. Cool part about that is that battery also allows for 6 of those 200-watt panels. When you add 6 of those panels, you guys can have the battery charged at 2 hours charge time as well. And that's where it's really kind of cool. Now, like I said, guys, you can do it by itself. You guys can add a battery. You guys can add multiple batteries. That's really up to you how you guys pick and choose with this. Very safe, durable system with this. I've been using them quite a bit. You guys have seen it quite a lot. It's a phenomenal product. It does really beautifully well. And like, you guys can run 1150 watt window AC with the station and that battery that's in this kit for about 4 hours. So you're going to get a nice chill in the house. Your 520 watt double door refrigerator, they're going to tell you guys about 6.5 hours. What I'm going to tell you is your refrigerator doesn't always run constantly, so you may get a longer runtime with that. My buddy actually still has my 1500, Jackery Explorer 1500. You guys don't see that anymore. I believe it was discontinued. He's been using it for his power outages for winter, and it gets him through the night with the power out, and his fridge is running, and all of his food's fine by morning. So that's kind of cool. I apologize. I needed a sip of water. 4,000 kit, guys. Great price point. $2,999. You do have to clip that clippable coupon to get that price point, but definitely worth doing and getting. You will not be disappointed with that. It's one of them great little options. I actually like this. So great little piece. Now, when you buy the 4,000 kit, and here's where it's kind of cool. If you have the station and the battery, you guys can actually reach out and fill out for the residential clean energy credit program. You might be able to get a 30% tax credit for purchasing the said item. So, if you guys have questions, 2,000 plus or 4,000 kit might be the one for you. Now, we are going to talk about its brother. Now, the brother is a standalone system. That means there's no actual batteries added to this. So it's just a standalone. And of course, I got hiccups all of a sudden because I took a drink of water. This is going to be the 3000 Pro. Now, the 3000 Pro kit that we're showing you guys is the 3002 of the 200 watt solar panels. Final price point on the 3000 Pro and two of those 200 watt panels is like $21.99. At $21.99, guys, you're getting a great deal, but you're getting a powerhouse of a station. Now, the 3000 Pro is a little over 3,024 watt hours of power. Now, at 3,024 watt hours of power, like I said, there's a 40% clippable coupon on Amazon, so clip that coupon and do that for you. Also, you guys can either use that JE Extra 5 off, or you guys can actually use what we have for you, and that's that 5% discount code as well. So you guys get another 5% on top of that. So your $21.99 price point is not where it stays. Now, like the other one, like the 2000 plus, it's over 60 pounds. It's technically 64 pounds. At 64 pounds, you still have the 5 AC outlets. You got, of course, the 2 USB-C ports and the 2 USB-A ports. Now, the USB-C ports, again, are 100 watt ports. You guys are going to be able to do your MacBook Pros. You guys are going to be able to do your RC cars. You guys can actually do, pretty much whatever you guys could think of off of those 100 watt ports, whether it be camera gear, lighting gear. Maybe you just need to charge your electrical toys and stuff like that. You guys can do that as well. And that's the cool part about this. Now, with that being said, you also have the 2 USB-A 18 watt ports. Now, those USB-A 18 watt ports are going to give you guys the capability of charging your other devices, let's say like your regular light gears, your regular alarm clocks or something like that. You guys can do that with this as well. Maybe your flashlights while you're camping. It's a great option with that. Now, with this, you still have the 5 AC outlets. Those 5 AC outlets are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sound wave power, can peak at 6,000 if you truly need to. That means, guys, you can run that welding machine off of this without a problem. Technically, you can run your refrigerator off of this without an issue. You guys can even do your house stove and cook a dinner through the stove. Now, are you going to be able to cook a full turkey dinner all day? No. I say that with a grain of salt because, well, battery capacity by itself might drain that before that turkey's done. Here's the cool part about it, though. Plug in 6 solar panels and allow it to charge during the day while you're running it, and you might get that full turkey cooked with that usability. Now, your charge time is going to be a little bit different with this. It's 2.5 hours on a wall plug. 2.5 hours on a wall plug, fully charged, up and go, Bob's your uncle, and you're ready to go. Now, if you have, let's say, 6 of those solar panels, when you have 6 of those solar panels, guys, the 6 solar panels are going to allow you to, of course, just do what you need, and it's going to allow you to do it in, of course, that beautiful 3.5 hour fashion time. Now, at 3.5 hours, it's going to be perfectly well set for you, and that's just how it is. It's going to do nice things. Now, what could you run off of this? Like I said, your 520-watt double door refrigerator, about 5 hours. You guys could run, let's say, 1150-watt window AC for 3 hours of runtime. Your 60-inch flat screen TVs, as long as it's 60-inch style or 60-watt style TV, 35 hours runtime, and that's where you're going to go with this. At 35 hours, you can watch enough TV to get you through that boredom, or enough video games to get you through that power outage, or camping, whatever you need. It's a cool little idea with this that you guys can actually do, function, and have fun with it. Now, these systems are designed to actually work in approximately -4 degree weather. Can it work in colder weather? Technically, yes. It can work in sub-zero temperatures for a while. Now, what I say about that is that it's a lithium battery. It's a battery nonetheless. You put a battery out in, of course, sub-zero weather, it's not going to run the same as it would in, of course, let's say 60-degree weather. It'd be the same as let's put our battery out in the 160-degree Arizona desert, right? So yes, it can work in that. Does it always need to? Not really. 12 forms of protection built in, 9 temperature sensors, and of course an intelligent battery management system. The BMS with this one is well done. It's going to actually do, of course, the protections. It's going to allow you to manage how it's charged. It's also going to manage how you charge devices off of it, and it's going to determine the input charge and output charge so you can't overcharge things. So that's kind of the 12 forms of protection in there as well with this. So it's a cool little piece. Cooling technology built in. It's got some fans. It's got some cooling blades. It's also got, of course, a double stacked battery bank. So you got one bank on down below, one bank above it, and the fans blow through that to keep all of that and the electronics nice and cool. Now, by doing that, though, it does open up a few things. First and foremost, it's got opening sides. So you do not want water to go in. It's an electronic device. Does work with the app. The app's going to allow you to do real-time monitoring, of course, customization of settings and modes, and remote control connections with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectability. Again, app is completely free, guys. So you guys can actually get the app from the Google Play Store, or of course the Apple Play Store if you guys want to, and download it and get going. Now, again, you guys could do, let's say, a welding machine for about an hour and 10 minutes if you want to do your welding machine. 3 hours with the 2200-watt weed eater. You guys could do, of course, multiple other devices. Really just depends on what you're doing. Now, they say about 100 cell phone charges off of this. Possibly. I have not tested 100 cell phone charges. Let's go there. Could do it, but don't doubt it. 70 drone batteries. Now, I've actually tested the window AC off of this. I was getting a little over 3.5 to 4 hours with my window AC on this device. Now, with that being said, I was only running it at 70%, 70 degrees. I wasn't down in 60-degree temperature on it, so it wasn't drawing as much power as it normally would. So it can do all of that as you need. Now, again, EPS or UPS, 20 milliseconds of switchover. That's where you're at with this one. Now, it's a cool little piece, great little option. By itself, it's phenomenal. Now, that price point, like I said, $21.99 for it and those 2 solar panels. But I'm going to tell you guys, get this 3000 Pro kit that's in the carousel for you guys. Now, this 3000 Pro kit, there's actually, I think, like a 37% coupon. Hopefully I did that. So now, this kit's kind of cool. It's going to come with, of course, the station, the 2 solar panels that you guys see here, and what's called a manual transfer switch. Now, the manual transfer switch is going to allow you to connect it up as a circuit breaker on your wall plug. Now, this manual transfer switch has, of course, I think it's 6 individual circuits, and then it's going to have your circuit breaker flip switches up above it as well. One second, everybody. No, what is, when I sit here and turn the fan on, I start coughing. Now, the manual transfer switch is a cool little piece that you guys can actually have connected up by your electrician to your actual circuit breaker box on your home. By doing that said idea, you guys can run individual circuits in your home. or you guys can have it set up in your shed, your garage, your homestead, wherever you want. It's a circuit line. Then you will run, of course, your electric from that and, of course, out there. Now, it's called the Pro/Tran 2 box. And that box is going to allow you to, of course, write out what those circuits are. It's got list A through F as your circuit. So A, B, C, D, E, F. And you guys have, of course, your switches with that. Now, you're drawing what you guys can do with it, and that's going to be up to you. And it's a cool little piece. The manual transfer switch is a really great thing that they created. Now, that means you guys can run your home off this. You guys can run your shed. It's up to you and how you guys want to do it. The manual transfer switch, like I said, does have to be installed by an electrician for you. Now, you'll literally insert the power cord to the front Nemo plug, and then you'll connect that Nemo plug to your actual circuit transfer switch. And then, of course, the home is ready to go up and play. That's all there really is to this. And like I said, 37% clippable coupon, which is going to drop that price down there pretty decently well for you. So, cool idea. I like that. One second, everybody. I just had my computer act weird. So it's gonna drop it. I think it's like $1,400 off, or a little bit above that, about $1,479 if I can remember correctly. So you guys are gonna get a good price point with that and that manual transfer switch. Now that manual transfer switch is something that one of their older technologies that they were offering with this, which is great. I do not think this one works with the STS, so you can't do that with the STS. But hey, I don't complain with this one. Now, the transfer switch eliminates dangers. It's got a CULS 1008 listed supply with that one, so you should be decently well set for that. Any questions about the 2000 Plus or 3000 Pro station? Definitely ask. We're here to answer all of these questions. Now, I believe we're going to move the table down. We're going to talk about the middle. I think we're going into the 1000 V2 range. Now, the 1000 V2 is another really cool little power station. Now, the power station, I think it's like $799 is your normal price tag, $250 clippable coupon on the 1000 V2. So the price point's there for you. Now with this, of course, you got 1,070 watt hours of power, LiFePO 4-cell system. Now with the 1000 V2 or version 2 system, this has actually got Charge Shield 2.0. And Charge Shield 2.0 is going to do a couple things. First and foremost, it's going to give you a nice, safe, but quick charge rate in standard charge fast mode. That standard charge fast mode is going to allow you to have this charged in under 2 hours of time. But since you have Charge Shield 2.0, you guys can actually turn on the app. And inside the app, you guys can go to what's called the emergency charging system. The emergency charge mode is going to allow you to have it fully charged in 1 hour time. Now you have 3 AC outlets. That's going to do, of course, the beautiful 1,500 watts of power, pure sine wave, or can peak at 3,000 if you need to. Now you have, of course, 2 USB-C port. One is, of course, a 30-watt port. The other is a 100-watt port. Below that is an 18-watt USB-A port and a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug above it. You do have a flashlight on this one. The flashlight's going to do, of course, dual modes, normal brightness or high light brightness, or SOS pattern. So you have that third extra for this on hand. Now, charging it, like I said, under an hour in emergency charge mode, under 2 hours in standard fast charge mode. If you guys want to, and you have, of course, 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, 2.5 hours is your charge time with that. That's actually a decent charge time on this. Now, it is only approximately 8 inches deep by about 13 inches long by about 10 inches tall. It's actually not bad. About 26 pounds is your weight with this. I actually think it's like 24 pounds if I can remember correctly. It's one of those things. So 24 pounds, about 24 to 25 pounds with this. You have a nice lightweight with a portable handle that can actually allow you to carry it, take it on the go, and move around with you. Now, it does have, of course, that UL protections, and those UL protections going to allow you to have that drop protection. It's going to have you, of course, have that fire retardant shell. It's going to have a 20 milliseconds of EPS switch if you guys need to. Now, the UL listed drop protection is the UL 2743. That's going to give you guys, of course, that nice 52-inch drop protection if you guys really needed to. You guys also have, of course, that beautiful UL 94V-0. Now, the 94V-0 is going to give you guys that flame retardant shell. Not fireproof, guys. Flame retardant. It's going to not want to burn to a certain point. When charged, you guys should be able to do a laptop about 14 times off of this, depending on the laptop. About 20 drone batteries. For those of you that use the Starlink Mini, your Starlink Mini is going to give you about 20 to 29 hours of runtime. Your standard Starlink, about 10 hours of runtime. 1 week with a 15-watt Wi-Fi router, which is just crazy. I mean, think about it. 1 week to run your router. That's crazy off of this little device. You guys could even do a microwave for about 47 minutes, a mini fridge for 14 hours. You guys could do a heated blanket for 12 hours, 45-watt house fan for about 23 hours. It is going to be your option of doing whatever you need in those timely fashions of need. Rice cooker, 2.5 to 3 hours. Projector, about 8 hours. That's a 100-watt projector. Now, your fridges will change with that, guys, depending on the fridge you're using. Tea kettles, microwaves, heaters, weed whackers. Hey, if you need it, it might be able to do it. Yeah, there is a $250 clippable coupon, Phil. There is. Phil, you should pick yourself up one of these. Just go ahead. I will allow you to do it, buddy. The 1000 V2 is cool. Now, I actually did Christmas decorations with the 1000 V2. We did a whole bunch of Christmas lights, inflatable decorations. We also actually did some other devices with it. Been using it sitting around here for a little bit. We've used it for I don't want to miss. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You should switch all of them out. You should switch all of those out. No, not no more. Yeah, you're not allowed. Phil's fired. I'm gonna fire Phil. Phil is fired. I have a cover. I'll tell you. All right, guys. The 1000 V2 also comes in the option of it in a solar panel. If you guys want the 1000 V2 and a 200-watt solar panel, you guys can get it for under $1,300. There's a $550 clippable coupon. Now, that's actually a good deal. So, if you think about it, guys, normally a $1,300 price tag, you know, when you do that and you take that $550 off, you're going to get it for $750. At $750, guys, or technically $749, you're going to get a station that's going to do well. And of course, please, no clue. So really cool little option like that. It's a great little piece with this. And I love that you guys can do so much more with this and have everything you need. To have it with, of course, by itself at a great price point, or have it with that beautiful solar panel, it's even a better price point. It's just a great little options with these. So any questions about those 1000 V2s, go ahead and ask. We'll definitely answer. Let's see. Let's play a video for this. I'm going to actually play a video of the 1000 V2, guys. So let me grab this. Do you know I have it sitting here? Here we do. There you guys go. So this is the 1000 V2 sitting here, guys. The 1000 V2, we're going to have it running some Christmas decorations. You can see it's about 22% battery left. You're going to say I'm going to pull about 105 watts, and it's going to drop down to about 2 hours of runtime. Now you're going to notice all of these light strings everywhere, the inflatable decorations pumping up. You're going to see that there's some on both sides of the fence. We have, of course, the ones on this side, then we have the ones on the opposite side for that. You're going to notice that there's an extension cord laying in the yard. And that's because, well, I thought I was going to need it. Didn't need the extension cord. I didn't need it. Well, how you doing, buddy? So that's what kind of the idea what you guys can do with these devices. Now it doesn't just have to be that. You guys could run so much more from your let's say outdoor movie night. Outdoor movie night would be great with the 1000 V2 kit. Let's bounce to the 2000 V2. Let's go to the big brother. Now, before we do that, I actually have the table lit up there. You guys see the table back there. I'm going to pop this on, and you're going to notice that a flashlight's going to come on. That flashlight might get even brighter, or I might go into SOS pattern for you. Now, doing that is a great little idea because I can do it from, of course, the app. Now, with the app, guys, you're going to notice that you have, of course, that battery percentage, say 97% battery. It's telling you guys it's running about 73 degrees temperature with that. And you're going to notice that we have, of course, the DC plug on. If I want to, I can shut the DC plug off. That DC plug's actually sitting there with a light on it. It's not pulling any charge out because it's fully charged, which is great. Now, if we want to, guys, we can actually go into emergency charge mode. We can go into charge settings. Charge settings in the app's going to allow you to work with this and do all of those other cool things with it. So that's actually kind of cool. Now, like I said, we're going to be talking about the 2000 V2, so let's actually change camera views and go right on over to that. That is the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is about $14.99, but there's a $150 clippable coupon. The $150 clippable coupon is a decently well done price point for the 2000 V2. Now, the system's, of course, 2042 watt hours of power and a 2-hour charge time. And I kind of like the 2-hour charge time if you truly need to with that. Now, here's where it's going to get kind of cool. Because it doesn't have to just be 2 hours. Again, it's got Charge Shield 2.0. With Charge Shield 2.0, guys, you're going to be able to actually get this up and charge in a 1-hour charge rate if you need to. And that's where it's kind of cool with this. Again, mowing. I don't mow. I don't have grass. We're good. I don't have grass. We're totally golden. Now you have the 3 AC outlets. It's going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4400 if you need to. I like the little brother. It's got, of course, a 30 watt USB-C port, a 100 watt USB-C port, an 18 watt USB-A port, and then a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug above it. It's a great idea. I like that it has that 12 volt 10 amp plug. That plug's actually there for a reason, right? So your 2000 V2, you maybe take it camping. Guys, plug in your actual camping gear, like your air mattresses or your inflatable rafts, and you guys can actually run those off of those. Some of those still use those plugs. Now, inside the app, yet again, real-time monitoring, like I just showed you guys, but still full access from Android or iOS. So if you guys are an Android person or an iOS person, that will work for you. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be golden. Now, just like I said on the 2000 plus system, guys, you guys can do refrigerators, microwaves, tea kettles. You guys can do electric drills, water pumps, air pumps. You guys can even do shop vacs if you wanted to. You guys could do electric grills like the Blackstones, or if you guys need to, heated blankets or portable ovens. Now, for the ones that really want to do, like say, like the 100 watt portable refrigerators, about 17 hours of runtime. You guys can do about 11 hours without 100 to 150 watt water pump as well. Your microwave, unfortunately, is only going to give you about an hour and a half of runtime, but if you have to cook something in the microwave for over an hour and a half, it's going to be burnt. Just saying now. Now, this was actually created and designed with a newer technology. The cool part about this newer technology is what's called Charge Shield, or not Charge Shield 2.0. It's the cell to body. Now, your cell to body technology, it's just like what you'd think, a cell. What's a cell? They make it look like, a beehive cell. So that is, of course, the design. And then by having those cells, the batteries are actually built into those. So it takes less capacity to build that. It also takes less time to build it, which means quicker turnover times and everything else with this, which is great. Now, the system alone is phenomenally well done. You guys can see I have lighting stuff plugged into it. We could plug so much more into it. We could charge, like our little other power stations off it if we truly wanted to. So let's say I wanted to take it, plug in the 100 plus. Just plug it in, let it charge. We're good to go. That's pretty fun. Yeah, exactly. Movie night out back, fire up the Blackstone, maybe cook up some food off it, hot dogs, burgers, whatever you really wanted to. Stir fry. Hey, I'm not picky. Do your thing. But like always, guys, add, of course, some solar panels to it. You can't go wrong with the 2000 V2 with a couple solar panels. Now, my kid's got her key stuck in the door, so she's over here trying to not be so loud, but it's all good. 2000 V2 and 2 of the 200-watt solar panels. Now, normal price point on this is like $24.99. There's a $200 clippable coupon. So you guys can get that $200 off, and then of course you guys can do another 5% off of that as well. It's a great little piece. So great options with this. You guys can do so much and do that much more. What I'm going to talk about though, we're going to go into this. If these two 200-watt solar panels, with two of these 200-watt solar panels, you guys are going to have about 5-hour charge time. If you had 6 of them, you guys can have a charge in 2 hours. Now, if you guys, let's say, have the solar panels and the wall plug, 50 minutes is your charge time. You're good to go, and everything else under the sun. Now, 1 second. I'm not sure, but my carousel's not moving. Is my carousel moving on the Dragon Blogger side? Is it? So I'm making sure because I see carousel might not be moving on one side, and I want to make sure for everybody. Yeah, it's the other carousel. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. So remember, multi-streaming. Oh, now this is actually, it's the 2000 V2 only weighs 39 pounds, guys. It's not the world's heaviest power station, so you don't have to worry about the weight of this. It's a cool little piece. Now, I'm going to actually do something. Let's see. Can I do this? I don't know. I'm going to attempt to do something live for the masses, right? So I have this very cool, like, Olight device right here, right? So it is on, right? Let's do this. Let's change colors out. So we have this very cool little Olight piece. I'm going to plug it into this, and you guys can actually see that we're now plugged in, magnetically charging. We'll turn the screen on, and you guys can see it's pulling only 2 watts of power out of that. So at 2 watts of power, we're charging. I did. The Olight Spear, buddy. The Olight Spear. I haven't charged it, so I was like, why not? Let's plug it in and charge it. 2 watts that's all it's pulling. 2 watts, man. It's not a lot to pull out of that. So you can imagine at 2 watts, it's going to sit there, run this, charge it. It's not going to be a big deal. Ezra, hello. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. I don't want to butcher it. Hey, should we pull up the thermal imager? We can pull up a thermal imager and see how hot it is. Yeah, 2000 V2. It's got a great price point too. The $200 clippable coupon on the device itself. If you guys want it with, of course, if you guys want it with the 2 solar panels, there's another $200 clippable coupon there as well. So phenomenally well done. Yeah, I like that spear is really cool. App controlled if you guys want to with the Olight Spear. So you guys do have full app control with that spear. It's phenomenally really cool little product. I actually like it. It's a cool piece. So let's see. Can we change it up? Let's do. That's like fireworks, fireballs. Yeah, I'm just playing around with stuff. You know, this is not that show. That's all app control. I love it. All right, we're gonna move from the 2000 V2 to, I believe we're going over to the 500. I think it is. So the 500 is on the table down there as well, and it's a really cool. It really, I agree, Phil. It is actually a really cool little device. I would love it in a little bit larger size. I actually want it in like a palm size one instead of a little teeny tiny one. I want a little bit bigger. Just saying, I want it a little bigger. Uh, I do wish though that the charging cable wasn't the way it is. I wished it was like almost like a flat, like a wireless charger or something like that. All right, let's talk about the 500. Let's move back down to the table. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom to the other side. So we're going to talk about, if we can get the camera over there, that puppy right there. This is the Explorer 500. Now, the Explorer 500 is an original product of their making. Now, it's a $499 price tag, but guys, there's a 34% clippable coupon. So you guys are going to get 34% off of this product when you purchase it. Now, here's the cool part. 518 watt hours of power in a 13-pound package. Now, at 13 pounds, it's definitely really well done. You have, of course, 3 USB-A ports. It also has that one AC outlet. So you guys have that one AC outlet that can be individually turned on just by a switch, right? Which is kind of cool. Now, on the opposite side, there's actually a flashlight as well. So if I want to, we can turn the flashlight on, right? Or we can turn it off just by the flip of the switch. You have, of course, 3 DC plugs. One's that cigarette lighter plug, and then you have 2 6.2 millimeter round DC adapter plugs. Now, above that, you also have the DC input port as well. The input port's the way you guys are going to charge this with this. You lost sound and then it came back on. Might be my software removal when I turned around. It might have been my software removal when I turned around. I totally forgot I had it on. Your charge time of 518 watt hours of power is going to be approximately 5.5 hours on a wall plug with that. Now you guys have a 5.5 hours on a cigarette car lighter, or you guys are going to have 7.5 hours with a 100 watt solar panel. It's up to you how you charge that with this. Now on a full charge, you should be able to run a flat screen TV for about 7 hours, a mini cooler about 9 hours if you wanted to. You guys could do, of course, a blender, air pumps, electric blankets. You guys could even, of course, do rice cookers. You could technically do, a fridge off of this if you wanted to. Not going to get a super long runtime with that, but you could do it for that. Lightweight, portable, capable of being taken pretty much anywhere with a 34% discount. Hey, fun to be had by all. One sec, guys. Uh-huh. All right, cool, Phil. Yeah, Phil, it was probably when I turned around. Unfortunately, when I use my software removal, if I turn certain directions, it can actually go slightly finicky. So possibly is what it did. There was a big update on it, though. All right, we talked about that. Let's show you guys some smaller ones. All right, we're going to talk about the 300. Now, 293 watt hours of power in a palm of your hand. Now, this device, of course, is an 8-pound package. Now, at 7.1 pounds, you guys have 293 watt hours of power and dual AC outlets. These dual AC outlets are going to do, of course, 300 watts of pure sound wave power. Can peak at 500 if you need to. Now, with this, you have the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. You also have that nice digital display. Now, with this, you guys have 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port. If you use the AC port or the DC port input, the DC port input is going to take you 3.5 hours to fully charge this. That's the way it's going to go. If you use that DC port and the USB-C 60 watt port, 2 hours fully charged, good to go. You're up and running, and you're running everything you need. Now, 7 pounds means you can carry it anywhere, use it as, of course, a nice little dumbbell to do arm curls. That's up to you how you work with it if you need to. Now, 40 hours with a Nintendo Switch is what you guys are going to get off of this. I'm getting a little over 40 hours depending on when I'm playing, how I'm playing it, and of course, if the screen's off, and vice versa. You guys can do about 6 drone batteries, 15 DSLR batteries. You guys can even do, of course, the beautiful, beautiful mini cooler or, of course, laptops. Guys, phones, whatever you want, you guys can run with this. It's a nice little portable piece. Now, this would actually pair well with the Mini 40 solar panel. When you pair it with, like, let's say the Mini 40 solar panel, you're going to have less than 11 pounds. At 11 pounds, it's very, very portable and capable of being taken everywhere. So nice little cooling technologies, beautiful color. Fixed handle, though. So that's the one thing about this. It moves to a fixed handle. It's not the original or the newer ones with the folded handle. So $300 might be your price point if you guys need $259. There's a $30 clippable coupon, so you guys can take another $30 off of that with the $300. Now we also have that beautiful 300 plus power station. Now we're going to talk about the 300 plus and of course the Mini 40. Now this is a perfectly well done piece. So that's not it. That's this one right here. This is the kit that we're going to talk about. This is 11-pound package. At 11-pound package, guys, Mini 40 solar panel, power station. This is 288 watt hours of power, an 11-pound package that can be taken camping, hiking, tripping, bug out bags, whatever you really want. This would work good for those emergency situations. Maybe you guys got kids going off to college and you want to make sure they have a way to power up their phone to talk to you in case of emergencies. This would be that device. Now with this, Mini 40 solar panel, fully waterproof, water resistant, harsh and wet weather, and a 2.5-pound piece. We'll talk about that a lot more in a little while. But then you have this little device right here that's got, of course, a 300-watt AC outlet that can peak at 600. But you also have a 100-watt USB-C port that's bi-directional. You have a 15-watt USB-C port and a 15-watt USB-A port. 12-volt 10-amp plug and a single brightness flashlight with SOS pattern. I have no control over that LR. I just stream. I have no control over adding that. Now with this device, it's actually kind of cool. I like this. Power. So the solar power charging could be measured and. So inside the app, you can actually see some of that. So I'm not sure what parts you want to see more of. Now, this is cool because the charge rate on this is decently well. Under an hour and a half is your charge time on a wall plug. With the Mini 40 solar panel, about 7.5 hours is going to be your charge rate. Now, remember, that's at 100% light. If it is, of course, overcast skies, it will still work down in approximately 23 to 24% efficiency, even in low light settings. So it's kind of cool with that. If you want to use the USB-C plug and connect it up to your cigarette car lighter, guys, 4.25 hours is your charge time. It'll be the same about charge time as a USB-C port by itself as well. Now, that means you guys can run multiple devices from 5 drone batteries to, of course, 12 DSLR batteries, 13 phone charges, or much, much more. You guys have the versatility and the portability of this 300. So it's a cool little piece. Great little package deal with that. AC, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So great little option if you guys need 300 plus full app control, guys. So the app can work through the phone. You have access of seeing your charge input, your charge output. It's going to allow you to see everything you need with that. Now I'm kind of moving a little bit quicker now because let's be honest, if I'm gonna. Phew, I had to sneeze. I am running slightly behind, but we're going to move up to the table. We're going to change camera views, and we're going to jump up to the table up there. Now, we're going to move to the table, and we're going to keep going. we're going into the 1000 plus system. Now, the 1000 plus system is a cool one. This is a more versatile system. Now, the 1000 plus system that we're showing you guys is the system and 2 solar panels. You're going to get the 1000 plus and 2 100-watt solar panels for about $14.99. Now, that's 1264 watt hours of power in this device. Now, 1264 watt hours of power is a beautiful amount of power that can do well for a lot of you, and that's actually kind of cool with this. Now, you have 3 AC outlets. Those 3 American Standard plugs that you guys can actually see down there are going to do, of course, 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4,000 for you. Now, on the opposite side, you have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug, and a flashlight that does 3 modes of lighting. Now, it's going to take you approximately a little under 2 hours to fully charge this device. Now, the cool part is if you guys want to charge it in your car on the drive, you guys could do that in about 7 hours. That's up to you if you want to. Now, 4.5 hours is going to be your runtime if you're using, of course, 4 solar panels. Now, I like that option that you guys can do so much of these and so much more with this. It's just one of the things that's going to do perfectly well. Now, here's where it's going to get cool, because you guys can do more than just that by charging it and everything. Because you have the amount of connectability and the usability with it, you guys can run a house refrigerator off of this. You have over 1,200 watt hours of power, so a 520 watt double door refrigerator can be ran for a couple hours. Same with the 1150 watt window AC, a little over an hour runtime. Pruning saws, angle grinders. You guys can do, of course, portable ACs, flashlights, blenders, movie projectors. You guys could do, of course, drone batteries, camera batteries, coffee makers, or if you really wanted to, rice cookers, or if you need to, weed whacker. Just gonna say, you guys can do a weed whacker off of this. It's the versatility of this. Now, the 1000 plus system is kind of cool because the 1000 plus system doesn't just have to be the system by itself. You guys can actually get it with batteries. So you guys can actually add extra batteries to this. Now, by adding the extra batteries, you doubled your runtime, you doubled your, of course, battery capacity, you just doubled everything. And that's the way it's kind of works. So that's the battery sitting above it. We're just showing you guys the 1000 plus by itself with 2 solar panels. Now, with that, though, we're going to talk about portable device. This is a portable device that you guys should not sleep on. And I am talking about you guys really should be picking this one up. This is the 100 plus. Now, the 100 plus is a really cool little piece. This is a portable device that's TSA approved. So TSA approved this. You guys can take it on a plane. You guys can travel with it, right? At 2 pounds, it's 2.2 pounds. At 2.2 pounds, it is very lightweight and very capable of being taken wherever you guys need to. It is a LifePo 4 cell. It is 99 watt hours of power, 31,000 milliamps, or 128 watts. Now, with this, you guys have, of course, 2 USB-C ports. Those USB-C ports are 100 watt bidirectional. You also have that USB-A 18 watt port that does, of course, output only. Now, with it, you're going to notice there's a display button. That's because, well, there's a nice, beautiful display on this. Now, this display is going to do very well for you guys in those timely fashions. You guys notice 96% battery capacity. This will allow you to run a Nintendo Switch for over 4.5 hours. And that's actually kind of cool. 4.5 hours, you guys are good to go with that as well. Now, you guys can do more than that. You guys can even charge your iPhones off of this. So let's say you guys want to do about 6 iPhone batteries. You guys could also do 6 MacBook Pro hours of runtime. Now, if you want to, a Nintendo Switch portable monitor, about 3.5 to 4 hours as well. It's a nice, light, portable little device with a $20 clippable coupon. Hey, no problem, Fernando. Totally understand. I just was like, something went wrong, so I just thought you may have lost the connection. Golden, buddy, golden. So really cool little piece, guys. The 100 Plus is phenomenal. Again, this can actually pair well with the Mini 40 solar panel. It would pair well with the 100 watt solar panel as well. You guys can use both of those off of this. Mini 40 is going to give you guys about 7.5 hour charge rate with this. The 100 watt port connection, a little bit quicker than that. 6 forms of protection built in, still LifePo 4 cells. This is a beautiful, beautiful little product. I like this. Definitely worth checking out if you guys need something a little portable like that. The 100 plus is definitely where it's at. All right. We have the 240 V2. Now, we have the 240 V2 in two different versions. We have it by itself, or we have it paired with the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, I'm just going to show you guys the station real quick. We are slightly behind on time. This is the 240 V2. 256 watt hours of power in a great little package. 8 pounds is all it's at. Now, it has a foldable handle. The handle can be folded and put away. Charge Shield 2.0, 2-hour standard quick charge mode, or put it in an emergency charge rate and have it charged in 1 hour. Now you have an AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sound wave power, can peak at 600 if you need. Now you also have a USB-C port. That's a 100 watt USB-C bi-directional port. You also have that 15 watt USB-C port and the 15 watt USB-A port. 12 volt 10 amp plug. Don't stick your finger in there. Let's be honest, it's an electrical device. You saw what I did there, right? Flashlight on the opposite side, digital display, and the palm of your hand. Now, 256 watt hours of power that can run pretty much whatever you want. From, let's say, your phone 12 charges, 16 hours with the Bluetooth speaker, depending on if it's a 10 watt or so. Now, you guys could do 4 drones, 5 drone batteries, 3 laptop charges. You guys could do so much more with this than just that. 4 hours with the house fan. You guys could even do, let's say, Wi-Fi router, 14 hours. Heating pad. A pet heating pad, 6 hours. Your heated blanket, 4 hours. Flat screen TV, 4.5 hours is your runtime. This is a cool little piece. And like I said, 240 V2 by itself is a great option, or you guys can pair it with the Mini 40 solar panel. Both of these options are phenomenally well done and great price for you guys. So if you guys need 240 V2, guys, great little option. So we are going to show you guys the 600 plus. Now the 600 plus, of course, we're going to bounce down here. We're going to move over. You're going to notice this little itty bitty device up there. That is the 600 plus. Now the 600 plus is a really, really cool little product. 632 watt hours of power in a 16-pound package. Now at 16 pounds, it is actually portable, capable of being taken pretty much wherever you want to go. Now you have 2 AC outlets that do 800 watts of pure sound wave power, can peak at 1600 if you need to. Now 2 USB-C ports. You have a 30 watt port, 100 watt port, and of course the 18 watt USB-A port and that 12 volt 10 amp plug above it. Now your 2-hour standard charge mode is your standard fast charging. If you want to, though, put it in super emergency charge mode, charge it at 1 hour time if you need to, and you're good to go with this. Now, with that, that means you guys could do about 6 hours with the refrigerator or mini fridge if you needed to. You guys could do, let's say, 36 hours with the 10 watt Bluetooth speaker, 13 phone chargers. You guys could do 1 hour with your standard fridge, 8 hours with your 60 watt TV, that's your flat screens. 10 hours with a 45 watt house fan, or if you need a toaster oven, guys, about an hour runtime is where you're at with it. Now, 5 watt light bulb should give you about 50 hours of runtime. Your 15 watt fan, about 32 hours. And of course, that beautiful 100 watt movie projector, about 6 hours as well. Sky's the limit with this, guys. If you need, check it out. Now, we showed you guys the 1000 plus. I talked about how it had a battery piece. Now, we showed you guys the price point of the 1000 plus with, of course, the solar panels. Now, you guys can also get the 1000 plus by itself at a great price point. It's like $9.99, but there's a $100 clippable coupon, which is a great deal. Or you guys can get the 1000 plus kit, which is going to be the station, that battery I showed you, and the 2 solar panels, guys. That's going to be another great price point. I think it's like $2,100, but there's a $200 clippable coupon. So you guys have great ideas with those pieces as well. Now we kind of showed you that. We also showed you guys the 2000 plus systems. We also showed you guys the 3000 Pro. So what we're going to talk about is the 5000 now. We're going to move on to their large system, the 5000. We are going to talk about that big bad boy right there. Now, this is a phenomenally important product, and I say that for a reason. First and foremost, this is geared towards those of you that do not want to pay your electric company anything. This is geared for the homesteaders. This is geared for the people that want to run their house off of it. This is geared for the people that are worried that they're not going to have power in times of need. This is your whole home device. This is your whole home backup. This is expandable. Now, price point on this is about $34.99. There's a 5% discount code that you guys can use that we have for you. The one thing I can tell you is this device is 132 pounds. And for some reason, my camera just stopped. So bear with me, guys, as I fix it. There we go. Right there. 132 pounds. Now, they made it so it's actually very, very movable. Now, I say that because, well, it can be moved without a problem. So what I'm going to do is we're going to zoom back and I'm going to kind of show you guys how easy this is. Now, the cool part is they added a handle. The handle's right here. The handle's going to allow you to tip it. By tipping it, you guys can roll it wherever you guys need. So you don't have to worry about it. It's very, very movable. You guys can see how easy I can move it. That's the cool part. Aluminum handle. That handle can be put back away and then don't have to worry about it on hand. Now, here's some other cool parts about this because, well, it's 5,040 watt hours of power and a beautiful package. Now, you have 4 AC outlets on the front. That's going to do 7,200 watts of sine wave. You have 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts charge rate. You have 2 USB-A ports that do, of course, that beautiful 18 watts of charge rate. Opposite side is a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug in that large 2.5 inch screen. Now, that 2.5 inch screen is going to give you guys the battery percentage, your solar input, and your solar output with these. Like all of the stations show, you guys can actually see the input of the actual solar that you're getting off of it, which is great. And that's what I kind of like with that. Now, here's where it's kind of cool. The cool part about this is that's not all that's there, right? Now, 5,000, of course, and 40 watt hours of power is going to take you a little bit to charge, but you have so much more with this. And I'm going to switch it and show you guys. On the opposite side, you have these nice large orange handles, but you also have dual plugs. Now, the top plug right there, that is your AC expansion port. That AC expansion port is actually meant, and I'm going to tell you guys, it's meant for your smart transfer switch. So you guys, the smart transfer switch is going to allow you to, of course, plug in that beautiful transfer station that you guys would connect up to your house. Below that is your NEMA 14-30 120 240 volt plug. Below that is your NEMA 14-50 plug as well. Now, these are both 120 and 240 volt capable of accessibility. Now, on the side, you're also going to see the large air cooling vent holes. That's going to help with the battery cooling, electronic cooling as well. Nice large handle on the opposite side. Now, we're going to roll it. We're going to flip it. We're going to do this, of course, and we're going to actually move the camera back down some. Now, let's drop this camera down so you guys can actually see this. So this, of course, is going to be your DC plug. The bottom plug here. That bottom plug is your DC expansion port for extending batteries. The middle plug is going to be your AC port. That's your wall charging port. Under the panel is, of course, your low power solar array and your high power solar array plugs. Those plugs are going to allow you to, of course, charge at 1,200 watts or 4,000 watts of charge rate through this device. Now, this device is 132 pounds, so it is a little bit heavier for those of you that don't want to lift something of that height. So do be careful with that, guys, if you need to. Now, here's where it's going to get kind of cool. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go into a whole bunch more detail with this. First and foremost, you have 4 ways of charging. The AC wall plug is going to charge at 1200. Actually, the AC wall plug is going to charge at 1800 watts of charge rate, which is a 3.5 hour charge time for this device. If you want to use your low power solar array, your 1200 watts of movable solar panels, 5 hours of charge time. If you want to use the high power charging system, your 4000 watt whole home solar panel array. Now, that whole solar panel array is going to allow you to charge at a little under 2 hours of charge time. At under 2 hours, guys, you're great. It's working. You're good to go, and you have everything you need. Now, remember, though, you guys can connect up an STS or smart transfer station. When you connect up that smart transfer station to your home power grid, you guys can charge off of your pole power for, of course, 4,000 watts of charge rate. Again, under 2 hours, fully charged, you're good to go. When it's connected up to the STS or smart transfer station, you guys can actually do something really, really cool. First and foremost, guys, you actually can do what's called 0 milliseconds of UPS switchover. Now, 0 seconds of switchover means you don't have to worry about your data centers, your data mining. You don't have to worry about, a whole bunch of other stuff with that because you have the capabilities of doing it all on hand. Now, with that, that means you don't have to worry about, let's say, your fish tanks. You don't have to worry about your medical devices. You don't have to worry about your fridge ever shutting off. That's where it's kind of cool with this. Now, it has full app control, and the app control is going to allow you to do a few things. First and foremost, it's going to allow you to monitor real-time generation of performance. It's going to allow you to track solar input speeds. It's going to allow you to optimize scheduling and energy savings. It's also going to allow you to do sustainable solar charging modes with this. It's also going to allow you to read and see the actual consumption and of generation of solar from your solar and your wall energy. Now, with of course, that beautiful 5,000 kilowatts of power, you should be able to run that little 60-watt TV for over 2 days. You guys can do your house dryer off of this through the NEMA plug for about 3 hours. Your central AC should be able to run for about 2 hours off of the device by itself. Now, here's where it's going to get kind of cool. You guys can get the station by itself, or you guys can get the station with the single 500-watt panel for $36.99. At $36.99, you're getting a great, great package device, right? And that's where it's kind of cool. Why am I not seeing that follow, buddy? I don't see that follow, Phil. Oh, yeah, I don't see that. That's a new one. I've lost everything, I guess. So, great deal. $600 discount, guys, for it with, of course, the 500-watt panel. Nope, not on my end. I don't see nothing, buddy. Of course, my screen's froze. Everything's freezing. I don't know what's going on. But what I'm going to tell you guys is get the 5,000 plus and, of course, the full kit. Now, the 5,000 plus kit that we're talking about is going to be the station that you see here, 2 of the 500X solar panels, and, of course, the STS, or Smart Transfer Station switch. Now, this is a $6,000 package. There's, of course, that 5% discount code that you guys can use. Now, this is a really cool piece because you get the 2 large, and I mean large, solar panels. These are 500 watts of solar charge rate, guys, which is great. And then, of course, you guys can, of course, do everything else that you need with that. Yeah, it says AC customer on my side. So if it's Gina, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I would have called you out if I saw it. Now, we're going to talk about the transfer station because the transfer station that comes with this should be brought up and talked about. We're going to show you guys the picture of it. And let's see if I can get the product page over here showing. This is what that STS looks like. So it's just like your electric box. It does need to be connected by an electrician to your wall. It's going to have, of course, two of those Jackery connectors. Those connectors are for AC1 and AC2. So that's going to be your charging station 1 and charging station 2. It's going to have a grid button, a grid light, air button, and of course a hot button. It's also going to have that beautiful power reset button as well. Now, the switch that comes in this kit, when you look inside it, has 12 individual circuits. These 12 individual circuit breakers that you guys can actually connect up and put in here means you guys can actually run 12 individual circuits throughout your house. That means when it's paired up, you guys can run, let's say, living room 1 off of breaker 1. You guys can run your AC off of breaker 2, your stove off of breaker 3, your heater off of breaker 4. You guys can do your bedroom off of, breaker 5. And it leaves you a little section to actually individually write this. And that's where it's kind of cool. Now, the 5000 plus system by itself, like I said, 5,000 watt hours of power. So you have that great little power range right here for this, 5,040 watt hours of power. You can add 5 batteries connected to the 5000 plus. So if you want to, and the camera's wigging out, so we're going to talk, we're just going to back out. If you want to, though, you can add 5 batteries. When the moment you add 5 batteries, you have 30 kilowatts of hour power. 30 kilowatts of hour power is going to give you guys at least 7 plus days of runtime, right? 7 plus days of runtime on your home. Add that 4,000 watt solar array, and you guys are running every day nonstop without a problem. It's going to allow you to do that. If you're using the STS, or you parallel a second 5,000 plus system, you then can run 10 batteries. You run 10 batteries, you have 60 kilowatts of hour power. 60 kilowatts of power should give you over 15 days of runtime on most of your standard house device plus pieces before charge time, right? So you add solar array to this, or you add your wall plug charging capabilities, and it's going to allow you to run constantly, endlessly. Now, here's the other cool part about the app. The app is going to allow you to charge off of your power grid during low charge rate times. So your electric company charges you a cheaper time during non-peak hours than they do during peak hours. During peak hours, your electric company will charge you more to run your electric than it did during non-peak time. Inside the app will allow you to actually connect it up and determine when those peak times are, and then it, of course, won't actually run or charge during those times. So it's kind of cool. So right here, guys, full kit, $5,099. It's a phenomenal kit. If you guys already have the 5,000 plus, but you want that smart transfer station, it's $16.99 is going to be your charge, your price for that. At $16.99, guys, you're getting a great piece of devices. Now with it, we have 10 minutes left of this show, so we're going to go into solar panels. We're going to talk about the 100 watt bifacial solar panel. This is their new version of the Solar Saga 100. This is that bad boy right here. It's a nice little piece that's actually portable, capable of being carried around. 25% efficiency in low light settings. 100% efficiency in, of course, bright light settings, right? It is a bifacial design, which means it can charge from both sides. Your blue side is going to be your reflective side. This is the side that the light from the ground is going to reflect back into and charge with this. Now with this, of course, you have these beautiful little clasp right here that's going to allow you to come and open. Has these nice little kickstands that's going to allow you to hold it. And of course, it folds open very, very well. Has a handle to allow you to carry it. On the opposite side, it's a tri-fold design, and when you open it, you're going to be greeted with, of course, the black panel. This is the panel that you're going to angle at a 20-degree angle, 20 to 25-degree angle, and it's going to reflect the light off of the sun. Back side the ground, black side the actual piece. Now, with this, it is a large panel. I mean, look how long this panel truly is. It's a nice, long panel that's going to do 100 watts of charge rate at 18 volts. For charging pretty much every device that they make, from the 100 plus all the way up to the 5,000 if you really want to. Do I recommend the 100 watt panel and the 5,000? No. I don't recommend this on the 5000, but you could if you truly had to. This is a phenomenal piece. $299 is your price point of this device. This is a great one. I like this. Monocrystalline solar cells, fully waterproof, water resistant with the IP68 rating, so you don't have to worry about it. I think there's a $30 clippable coupon on this as well, so it drops the price down just a little bit for you. So the 100 watt, guys, is the piece to check out. Now we also have the 200 watt panel. We're going to jump over here. We're going to grab the little video I have for this. Now this is a larger panel. You guys will see the 200 watt panel in a lot of different packages that we showed you guys tonight. So this is that 200 panel. Now this is the Jackery Explorer 200. It's about a $700 panel. Now it's $700. There's actually, I believe, a $70 clippable coupon. This device has got, of course, a nice large carrying case, ETFE laminated handle, monocrystalline solar cells, 200 watts at 18 volts of charge rate for you, IP68 rating, so fully waterproof, water resistant, and harsh and wet weather, which means you guys can leave it out in a rainstorm, it's not going to hurt it. Leave it out in a snowstorm, it's not going to hurt it. Now, you guys can get it all dirty, dusty, muddy, and you guys can wash it off the hose. This solar panel will still work. 24.3% efficiency, has a sunlight angle indicator. The sunlight angle indicator is to help you angle it and, of course, target it at that 20-degree level. Now, when you do that, it's going to allow you to, of course, connect it up to your devices in under approximately 30 seconds. Now, that's an actual great little piece right there. That 200 watt panel is a phenomenally well done panel. I love that panel. Now, like I said, that panel comes in, I believe, the 3000 Pro kit, the 2000 Plus kit, the 1000 V2, the 2000 V2 kits, and a few of the other kits out there. That's a nice, large panel. That panel is beautiful. It does weigh about 21 pounds, though. Now, at 21 pounds, it's about 55 inches long. When fully unfolded, it's about 21 inches tall. So it will do well for you guys with that. It's going to do perfectly set. So check it out. You can't go wrong with that. It's a great little option if you guys need it. So cool little piece right there. 200 watt panel, 100 watt panel, both amazing panels. Now, if you don't need a large panel, we talked about it. We showed you guys it, but we didn't really get full in depth. This is a $99 panel. Now, this is the Mini 40. The Mini 40 is 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick at its widest point. Fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather, which means you guys can actually leave it out in the rain. It's not going to hurt it. Has this beautiful magnetic clasp that comes and flaps back over. Has these pressed rings that's going to allow you to tie it, clamp it, or string it off of something. When you do this, tri-fold design. It's going to unfold. You're going to be greeted with this nice panel. This panel is actually decently length and sized for this. This is actually a really cool little thing. I like the idea that I can actually take this with me. And at 2.5 pounds, it's very lightweight. And at 12 inches tall by 10 inches, it's the size of a 3-ring binder, which means I can put it in my backpack and take it camping, hiking, or whatever. This would pair well with, like I said, the 100 plus, or all the way up to like the 500 if you needed to. Mini 40 at 40 watts of charge rate, but very portable, lightweight, and capable. It's 23% off. It's a $99 price tag. It's well in the price range of everybody. The lightweight means you guys can take it pretty much anywhere and not have to worry about it. So I like this one. This is actually one of my favorites. I liked it because it is definitely portable. I mean, you guys can take this pretty much wherever you want it. It's so lightweight that even your kids could carry it for you. Here's another cool idea. You're out hiking off on the trail. Just open it twice and then clip it to your backpack, and it can charge at half rate while you guys are hiking. And I guess if you guys are tall enough, just fully unfold it and let it just, flop and hang there, and charges your hiking as well. It's a cool idea. So Mini 40, beautiful little piece of technology, guys. Now we have one of their more unique panels as well. This is going to be the 100 Prime. The 100 Prime is a DIY panel kit. Now DIY means you guys are going to do it yourself. You're going to install it. You're going to connect it to, let's say, the roof of your RV, your sheds, your homes, or whatever. Comes with, of course, 4 Z brackets. All of the mounting screws and hardware is all in stainless steel and self-tapping for you. Now, this device can actually work in minus 40 Celsius all the way up to 85 degrees. So it can work in sub-zero temperatures and all the way into that nice Arizona temperature range as well. The one thing I'm going to tell you before I grab it and show it to you is it's a tempered glass. It is a full glass panel. Now, this glass panel is a bifacial design, and this is actually that panel. Now, this is a cool little piece. Fully metal housing, it's permanent one piece, black glass, so it's tempered. Be careful with it. You guys can break it if you ding it up and hit it with the wrong objects, right? But it should still be very, very sturdy. Now, this is what's cool because it can work in minus 40 degree weather all the way up to 185 degree weather. Now, it is made by the 18 IEC quality test, including drop and humidity test, freezing test, and everything. Has a 10-foot cable already pre-connected. The 10-foot cable's got an Anderson clip plug. This is going to allow you to Y-split it into multiple devices. Or you guys can use the Anderson clip adapter to do the DC plug. 12 pre-drilled holes on the aluminum housing. That's where you guys are going to put your nut and bolts onto, of course, the Z brackets. The Z brackets are what you guys are going to screw to the roof to whatever you're doing. If you are laying these flat, you're not going to get the full 25% efficiency. If you guys angle these at a 20 to 25 degree angle, you're going to get the full efficiency in low light settings. Now, of course, if you guys are perfect 100% light, it's going to charge at 100%. You don't have to worry about it. This is a phenomenal product. This is a great piece. I love this. Just be careful. Tempered glass. Now, $194 is your price point tonight. Normally a $300 panel. You can't go wrong with that one. Great little option. Just bear with me as I pick up the cable. I've done this so many times that I've actually dropped this on camera and I don't want to drop it. Now we have one more solar panel to show you guys, and this is the 500X. The 500X is their newest solar panel, or one of their newer solar panels. They do have a new one coming out. The 500X is a really, really cool one. This is going to do 500 watts of charge rate at 25% efficiency. It is a bifacial design. Now, what I'm going to tell you guys is this is a large, large panel. And what do I mean by that? Well, when fully folded out, it's approximately 98 inches long. And I'm going to grab a video so you guys can kind of see this thing in kind of action. And I believe I have... Let's kind of show you guys this one. We usually show you the other one, but let's show you guys right here. So this is the 500X just sitting in my living room. You guys can see it's kind of like an accordion style. It's made from 6 85-watt panels that are linked up together. Now, the way it sits in the accordion pattern with the brackets, it's at the perfect 25 degree to 20 to 25 degree angle. That angle is going to give you guys that reflective spacing to allow the sunlight to reflect off the ground and come back up through and charge. Again, you have the black side on one side. It's a monocrystalline solar cell. It's a high efficiency panel. Each panel is about 38 inches by 19 inches and about a ½ inch thick with that. When folded up, it's about 3.5 inches total thickness, which is actually not that bad. At 3.5 inches, guys, it's not really, really bad whatsoever with this. Now, it's a cool little panel that's going to do well. And I actually have it in another media source as well. So we'll show you guys this as well outside. Now, with it, 25% efficiency, 500 watt of charge rate. This will work well. It even comes with 8 ground stakes, so you guys can actually stake it to the ground and make sure it's perfectly paired and protected with it on the ground, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, you guys can see right here, it's laying on the ground. I have it accordioned out. It's not very bright out yet. It's literally like, I think it was 7:30 in the morning when I was recording this. Sun was just starting to rise. You guys can picture what you can do with this. This would be cool. If 5,000 plus system. If you had 2 of these connected up, it would do well. 2 of these in a 200 watt panel do amazing. You guys can pair it up with multiple panels. It's a phenomenally well done product. Now, you will have to do a little bit of putting together with this. It comes with single panels. You'll connect it up. It comes with 10 hinges. 40 screws. It comes with the hex key to do it. It comes with the Anderson clip plugs. It also comes with the Anderson clip adapter and everything else with this, and also the charging cable. 500X, guys, this is like $999. You get this in another product. Use that 5% discount code. So with that, bunch of amazing deals, guys. And I'm going to actually talk about some of the top deals today. The 2000 Plus by itself is like $12.99. You guys could also get the 2000 Plus and dual solar panels for like $29.99. Or you guys could get the 3000 Pro and 200 watt solar panels for $21.99. Or if you really want to, get that new 500X and that 5000 Plus station for $36.99. Bunch of great deals, a bunch of great prices, and of course stations that will work for pretty much any situation you have, ranging from just need to charge my phone up to I need to charge my house. So great little ideas, bunch of great products. I want to thank everybody for being here. If there are no questions tonight, we're going to actually call it a stream because we're at the end of our stream time. So I'm going to check chat real quick before we go. I'm not seeing anything on chat. All right, guys, with that, I want to thank everybody for being here. We'll see you guys on that next beautiful stream. Of course, I don't actually have the next stream date, but we'll get that for you guys lined up very, very shortly. With that, guys, have a great evening. We'll see you on the next. And remember, hit the follow button, hit that like button, hit that live notification button, and you guys can come back and check these streams out at any time. With that, have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you guys on the next.